Good evening, people! Welcome back to our stream to the Menagerie, our Cerulean Springs TTRPG real play stream. We're happy to have you, and as always, I am Jerry. I will be your overseer, which is, as usual, a fancy name for narrator or dungeon or DM. Uh, let's roll introductions, as always. Who wants to start?
Hey, I'm Cher. I'm gonna be playing Magpie, or human cybernetically enhanced machinist.
Great.
Hello, I'm Dondistra, and I will be playing Nano, a synth with a killer care instinct.
Howdy, I'm Maud. I'm gonna be playing Panda, the, I guess, healer slash 2010s nerd. Immortally young.
Alright. And I am Leon. I will be playing John Doe, a moray eel fishman mercenary.
That's great. So, last time when we left off, the party had their first contract. They were contracted by the municipality of Cerulean Springs to act as additional security to the Circle of Unity event, an event taking place in Azure Plaza on the 31st of December 2069 during the New Year's Eve party. They did some shopping. They acquired some new gear. Magpie rented an armor from the Angela Rikers collective. They met with Panda's contact, who provided them with some interesting choices of weaponry for the price, of course. And they met with Jeanine Bisk, the assistant to Annabelle McCleary, the politician who's running the event. They came to know that the Humanists are going to be present at the event, and they seem pretty belligerent, considering they are spearheaded by a certain Jonathan Rockster, a human first extremist who is known for his violent ways. They arrived at the plaza. The party is rolling with the trashiest music that a municipality ever used in a New Year's Eve party, with everyone just enjoying the end of the year, the end of 2069, with people dancing in the snow with augmented reality overlays and dance parties and holograms all over the place. So, you arrive at the plaza. What do you do?
So, Magpie wanted to hook up to the CCTV.
Alright, so hooking up to the CCTV is gonna need someone to venture into full dive, since you do need to connect to the area node.
Yeah.
So who's going to do that?
Think I'm able to do that? If you explain it to me how.
Well, you have mechanist XPT. You are
Yes.
geared to connect to drones.
Okay.
When you go in full dive, you do it to maneuver your minipad more easily.
Okay.
I can do it.
You can do it, yes. And do remember, this doesn't really apply to you much, if not after 3 rounds, considering your build. But after those 3 rounds of easy activity, you're gonna be unconscious in the real world.
I know.
You know?
I will find myself a quiet corner in the neighborhood of the stage.
Mhm.
Somewhere over here, maybe.
Give me a second. I'm gonna scroll a bit back so I can see where you ping.
The
Alright.
performer stage.
Uh-huh.
So that my lovely light implements can synchronize with the music.
Okay, yes.
London is a decoration.
And blend in slightly as meant to be.
Alright. So, as you do that, what is the rest of the party doing?
John is going to be like kind of weaving his way through the crowds, just kind of keeping an eye on things, making sure no fights are going to break out.
Okay, as you do that, like you can see one of the groups of people. You can see a very lively woman with some friends just having fun. You can see MCMP people being on the lookout to make sure that nothing goes wrong. You pass near the Humanist manifestation, where there's a couple of people there that is looking at you with this side eye. Someone with a bit of disgust, someone with a bit of fear. And you can see on the stage this middle-aged woman with this really conservative dress for the time, and this long black hair, giving this accurate speech about how this is an imposition on our liberty. Why do we need to be marred by magic in such a public place? And we are here to make sure that we stand against such travesty that we can't absolutely accept. And we want to make sure that the people know it, that the people that feel like this can join us and know that there's others who wants this magic, this foul thing to just not be used in the middle of our cities, near our children. And a lot of talking points along these lines. Jonathan Rockster, you can spot him easily, considering that you've seen him, you've seen his file. You can see him just stepping back and forth in front of a stage. You can see him from time to time. You can't really tell if he's trying to pick a fight or if he's trying to keep people back, because there's some pushback on this. You can see some gate crashers clearly not happy about the presence of Humanist at the manifestation.
Maybe one of them.
So there's some shouting here and there, but Alton
There's no
Misery.
obvious fights about to break out. So I'm going to say that John, who when he notices like the people giving him with side eyes, he's just going to smile at them. But if you've ever seen a Moray eelhead, you know how menacing it looks.
Yeah, the moment you do that, you can see a couple of them just backing off, and you can see Rockster just glaring at you as he sees you doing that,
and then to Rockster a polite nod. just starts walking away to observe out, like, what's the word, just to look at for other areas, make sure.
All right.
Patrol is what the word I was looking for.
You're patrolling.
I'm joining John on patrol, and every time we cross the Humanist first, I'm just like slight counter-protest.
Mm-hmm. Before you do
You're
that,
on the job. Please behave.
I am. I'm being polite.
Panda and Magpie, before you do that, you can see one of the masked people in the restricted area coming towards you and going, "Hello, guys. You're with Ark, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought I recognized the little icon on your armor vest. Listen, can you please come in? We just need a couple of things. We just need you to help us line up some things. It's nothing really big. We just need a couple more hands.
Okay.
Does the guy seem nervous? Can I do a sense motive?
You can do a sense motive, absolutely.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
see
I
if
have
he's
to
gonna.
find it again. There we go.
Do you have a good sense motive?
No.
How bad?
My social is 6 and I have 1 sense motive.
Okay.
That's how bad.
So basically, we're doing the same thing here.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me your sense motive.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, look at you. Oh, look at us.
Amazing.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Look at us.
You can see that the guy is maybe slightly nervous, but you can't really pinpoint why. I mean, considering the whole humanist presence, there might be a number of reasons.
Yeah, sorry sir, we might need some more information before we can leave our post here.
Well, Miss McCleary did tell me that you're here to help us, right? Like, is it in your contract? We need help.
True that.
We're also here to make you safe.
Well, yes, but I mean, they've been there for the last hour and nothing happened. So, I mean, of course,
So-
we're
Yes,
question.
one of you helps the man and the other doesn't.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Magpie,
that as well.
I've got the magic. I'll handle this. If something
Okay.
goes wrong outside, use me.
Okay.
yeah, that works. Just use the clues, I guess.
Yeah. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Understood.
All right. Panda, these activities gonna take you some time. It's really nothing particular. It's just lining up certain things. Maybe check some tracings. Pretty common stuff. Just time consuming. In the meantime, shall
While I'm
we?
here,
Oh yes.
So I want to test the limits of Corpus real quick. Can I drop a little, I guess, magical ear to the ground so I could peep in on anything happening inside the ritual area if I leave?
Corpus doesn't really do things outside the body.
Which type of magic would that be?
I
Material?
mean, not really. Either it will be a scrying spell, but that will be occultism or rituals,
Okay.
or you can enhance your senses.
Which would do what?
It will give you a bonus on awareness.
Okay. And what would it take to do that?
I will say it's a self effect. You're wanting it to last, so it's gonna be a lasting effect. I will say you can do that for about 4 points to give you a +2 on awareness.
4 points per +2.
The whole scene we're talking. This is gonna last.
Not this one. Wait, let me check my awareness. If I have bad awareness, baby. Nah.
Hi, Blisk.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I mean, it's up to you. It's gonna cost you 4. Up to you if you want to try it or not.
Nah, I think I'll go without for now.
Alright.
In the meantime, Magpie is gonna set up her Hatsume mini pet.
Okay. Are you going in full dive or are you going in shared control?
No, shared control for now.
Okay, do remember that when you are, if we're gonna get into initiative,
Yep.
your time units are gonna be halved.
Yes, I know.
Okay, good. I'm gonna set you down with a token for your minipad. And yeah. Free assets. This is what I can find. I am incredibly sorry, but yeah. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Magpie. This should be you, right? Yeah.
I am not sure, but sure.
Nano, you're moving back here, right? Nano?
Yes. I was scrolling up and down to see what's happening on the map, and I couldn't see where you were clicking.
I know we don't have the nameplates on like you do.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to show nameplate. No. Save changes.
There I am.
Show nameplate. On the save changes. Show nameplate. Magpie. And I know I have a Joan somewhere. There we go. Show nameplate. Alright. So. John, please give me an awareness roll. Or a
Lovely.
sense motive as you pass in front of a human first.
Alright, let me see which one's higher. Let's see. Sense motive. And then. Where is my awareness is at a different place. I am going to be doing an awareness because I have 1 point higher in it.
Okay.
So it's a 10d8. And it's D10, D-stat modifier.
D10, it's the stat modifier, yes.
Okay. Please work.
Oh,
Alright, 17.
good. You have some experience with crowds and with how crowds work. And you can notice little movements that are not really normal in certain situations. And you know humanists. They seem a bit withdrawn. Like, they're keeping to the stage. They're not going out of their way to pick a fight. You can see them shouting at people. You can see them trying, to rile people up and shout insults against magic, against gate crushers and mutations. But there's something a bit weird about it, about the way they're behaving. And with that, we're gonna roll to Nano. You're going to need to go to full dive, as we said, and we're going to move maps.
Ooh.
Ooh, fun.
Delightful.
Did you anticipate this?
Considering we have a hacker, I had to.
Yeah.
Hello, Nano.
Hello.
So, let's talk about VR. You have an XPT with you, right? Give me a second. Your XPT gives you a value of how much overheat you can take, which is basically your hit points in VR.
Is that my heat fencing?
Yes, it is.
1d12.
Exactly. So you start with 12 hit points.
All right.
And you have your XPT has different modules. You have a stealth module, you have a brute force module, and you have a deceit module. Right?
I don't have any deception. I have 1 brute force and 2 stealth.
That's
I think.
actually that's actually the contrary. Like you can see that how on your XPT, I'm gonna bring one up so I can give an example and explain a bit how this works.
You can put mine up if you want.
Yeah, that day. When my cat stops tossing things off my off my desk, because that's what cats do.
Had to do it to you.
So,
Especially kittens.
yes.
Well, darling. Could I get control over my token, please?
You don't?
No, I don't.
Oh. Alright.
I mean, I can
There you go.
drag myself up if I need to, but... No. Oh yeah, now we go.
So, here is a little stat block for the Atsume Ichi. It has 2 mod points. It is a deceit-based XPT, and it has 4 program slots, connection speed 12. It means that's your time units in VR. Active scan is your armor. Surge protection is your health points. Heat venting is how many health points you get. And ping is your base damage in VR. Okay?
Mhm.
Now, deceit, brute force, and stealth. Deceit is rolled normally. Brute force is rolled at a -1 dice order, and stealth is rolled at a -2 dice order. This XPT is built mainly for deceit. So when using programs that are under the deceit, or XPT Wereslinging that are under the deceit, Wereslinging is your actions that you can take in real space as a hacker. You should have a list of them, right?
No.
Okay, that's a bit of a problem. You should have when you took hacker as your talent, you should have access to a certain combat maneuvers. Yes, that's where it's linked.
Yeah. Okay. Where is it? There. Yes,
Basically,
I have combat maneuvers.
you're gonna be better at deceit combat maneuvers than brute force combat maneuvers. Okay.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, The rest works pretty much the same, and as long as you're not when you get in initiative in VR, you're gonna need your time units, which is 12, and combat is pretty much the same. Oh yeah, and the heat venting is how much damage you take when you get out forcibly as well. So if your hit points are zeroed, you're gonna get forcibly expelled from the system. And when that happens, or if you disconnect abruptly, you're gonna take 1d12 damage. Clear?
Clear.
Alright, so you are in the node entry point. Please proceed. Where do you want to go?
Are green doors open segments, or are they just doors?
They're doors. These ones are unlocked. You can go to the area control hub pretty easily.
Okay, so I can just go there.
You can see as you move into this space, it's a really plain, really uninspired sort of virtual space. A really uninspired virtual room. It's clearly just public money funded. Someone just dashed it out. There's no creativity into it. The corridors are really square and plain. There are doors. There's this bit of a techie feeling to it, but just because it's a common aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's pretty silent. You can just hear some bits and pieces echoing as data is moved through various control areas of this hub.
Okay. We were interested in communications, right? Let me check this door then.
Alright, you are in front of a closed door. The communication hub gives you a bit of a warning saying only authorized people can enter, and that includes only MCMP with a reasonable doubt to check the cameras, usual legal stuff.
Hey.
To be perfectly honest, from what you've seen of the system with your expertise in coding and hacking, you know this place isn't really that well guarded as most of the city nodes are. They're usually easy enough to hack that they're used as a bit of a challenge to fledgling hackers to change some street signs or some municipality augmented reality advertising. You will need to roll me a hacking to unlock the door. And do remember, your Atsume Ichi actually has a bit of a bonus to that.
It has a +2.
It does.
And I'm rolling hacking. I'm
Yes.
rolling speed because I'm trying to convince it that should go in there. So that is, for me, 2d10 +7 +2.
Yes, do remember that if you're using the seat, it's gonna take longer. Brute force is a quick and easy way. Brute force, you can do it in like a second, right? You just bash the door open, but it's really obvious. Stealth is a bit slower, but a bit safer. The seat is longer, so you're gonna take a bit to devise your new identity in the system, make sure it works.
Well, I started doing this as soon as we arrived, so I should have some time.
All right, good. Then
+9 in total.
roll me that. It's easy enough. You just fool the system flawlessly. enter into the communication hub, you can see this little corridor heading to a small room with a lot of screens and data being pinged from one screen to the other, and numbers.
So what's this door?
These doors seems to be going towards other hubs. This one goes through. If a map gives you, if you remember the map down there on the hub, it should be the lighting control.
Okay, so no door here?
Oh, there's a door here. Just forgot to put the.
But there goes to data storage.
Yes.
Okay. I want to scan data communication for possible hostile traffic.
Hostile trafficking. Okay, are you looking for anything in particular or just monitoring the system?
I'm looking for communication that seems to coordinate something to trigger.
Okay, at the moment what you see are packets of data. You can't really see what's inside, but what you can do is do something to siphon these communications and decrypt them into your own system.
Well, considering I have been working on communication before we arrived here, how feasible would it have been that I have some sort of coding set up that would run communication for keywords?
Well, you were trying to do a little piece of gear that will do just the same. It will be pretty easy with the coding role to modify the code that you were already devised for the item to work here.
Okay, so that's coding. That's a +6.
And do remember that you can communicate with the rest of the party as well while you're in here.
I can, right?
Yes, you can.
General update. I have entered the communication hub. Update on external progress.
I have set up my drone. Panda has went off to help the guys who have hired us.
John?
What was that?
General update.
One more time?
We're asking a general update on your status.
So far nothing has broken out yet, but I have a suspicion the Humanist might be up to something.
Okay, can I focus my program on Humanist communication? On, like, that side of the field?
Well, here's the thing. As you set up this thing, you can see that on the screens, as you start to decode this information, there are starting and ending points of data. So, let's go back to the map.
So I see lines?
Pretty much, you can see some lines of a packet of data basically going from here.
I can see the telephone cable connecting people.
Yeah, pretty much.
You transfer this back to your map.
Yeah, I did transfer you back to... Oh, I didn't. Sorry. For example, you can see that one of the brightest ones at the event is this one.
So these two people talking to each other?
No. This person, and she is in communication with basically everything. But if you remember, that's pretty normal because she is a reporter. as a reporter, she's broadcasting the whole event to various different relays for stream stability. You can see that there's where is she? There are a couple packets. Yes.
Am I allowed to go on your map to make notes of what you're telling me?
Yes, of course.
So, there's a lot of communications, and she's a reporter. So it is not that concerning.
Well, she's a reporter. You can see that the communications are actually clear. You don't really need a decryption to notice that she's just reporting on the event. You know, oh, we are here at Azure Plaza, where the Circle of Unity event is going to take place. We can see that there's a lot of security, probably because of a manifestation that is taking place right beside it. All that sort of stuff. You can see that there are a couple of outbound communications to further nodes from this person. And you can see that there are a lot of communications between these nodes, like the human first nodes.
So those two also are of interest.
Yeah. Which one do you want to decrypt first?
What can I just know that those two, I'm ignoring the reporter for a second.
Uh-huh.
Those two just light up like a Christmas tree. That's basically the output I have now.
Oh no, these one lighted up like a Christmas tree, right?
She lighted up.
This one is not lighting up that much, but is sending communications to a node that is really far away at the moment, like in the city, but basically on the other side of the city.
Okay.
And there's a network of communications between the human first people.
Then I will start one with the close communication.
Okay. It's gonna take you a while, and it's basically common coordinations. Go check the right side. Make sure that these guys don't try anything stupid. And you can see a communication from Rockstar telling people to not cause trouble. Like, the message is something along the lines of this: we are under a lot of cameras. We're here to guard Menagerie. We have other occasions to show our dissents, but for now, let's just keep calm.
Okay. I'm gonna relay to my party the Humanists are being ushered by Rockstar to keep calm because of camera presence. Now this one.
That is definitely not what we expected.
This one seems to just be sending messages to her wife. And she's asking her wife if she's okay. There seems to be talks about the fact that she was, the wife was ill and had to remain home.
Oh no interest immediately.
Okay.
Reporter.
Reporter?
Yes.
You can see the stream of a reporter in clear. She is just reporting on the event and just doing the usual reporter stuff.
So none of the people that pinged for me are interesting.
No, not really. You can see, one thing that you can see is that while Jeanine Bisk is lighting up as well a lot, Annabelle McCleary is pretty quiet.
Who's pretty quiet?
Annabelle McCleary, the politician that organized the whole thing.
Okay.
This will take you some more time if you want to scan other people. Just point to me who you want to check. But for now, we're gonna go back to the others.
Okay.
All right. So, what is the rest of the party doing?
Am I still with the ritual area, guys?
You're still with a ritual area with ritualists. They are keeping you there for a bit. Just doing some busy work that doesn't really require much expertise. Do you want to do something as you're here?
Let me see what I can do. Tell you. Real clear. What would Ether Sense do for me in...
Well, Ether Sense gives you a read on the area ether. Like, you can feel... It's almost a bit of a sixth sense. If you want to try and focus on it as you're working on the ritual, you can.
Can I try to do that for the ritual area and Humanist first section?
Well, Ether Sense gives you a sense of the whole area.
The whole area? Fuck yeah.
And do remember, as an Ether user, you do have a chance to go into the astral plane as well. But that will leave you completely unconscious of the real world.
Yeah. Which, I'm here to help. I can't do that yet.
Yeah.
Big sad eye.
I know. I'm horrible.
Alright. Roll for astral presence. Ooh, baby, that's some momentum.
Oh, damn! So, your Ether Sense is giving you something pretty interesting.
Oh.
Give me just a second.
Ooh.
You can feel cold. You don't really know why, but this area is getting colder, and it's a chill that isn't really just the winter biting you.
Can I look deeper into this?
You would have to go into the astral plane to do that.
I'm gonna tap one of the workers on the shoulder and say, "Hey, I gotta take a piss break. I'll be right back." And find a nice little corner where I can do that uninterrupted.
He's going to look at you and go, I hope there are some toilets big enough for you, fella.
Yeah, that's always a struggle. So if I'm not back in a couple of minutes, I just had to go on an extra search, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright.
Don't fuck anything up.
Just busy work. It's gonna be fine.
Alright.
Okay.
And it's a daring escape.
So, are you trying to find somewhere private, or are you just going to hide behind one of the fair games booths and go unconscious?
How much of a party is over at the performance stage right now?
Oh, there's a lot of people dancing, there's music, there's the band playing.
Gran, can I sneak around the back of the stage and just lay down behind it?
Oh, you will be right close to Nano then?
Yep.
Alright. Nano, you feel absolutely nothing.
Of course not.
What's up, pal? now we're gonna go into the astral plane, I suppose.
Yes, and to do that, I will need you to give me a focus roll.
Focus roll. Okay. What do I put for my focus? Oh, baby!
I really hope I don't make a dry
Jesus!
Ew, disgusting.
Oh, that's... Oh, you really... What I can tell you...
This is your song!
Yeah, it's... But what I can tell you is... You try to focus your mind. You try to just... settle down and gather your thoughts inwards. And let your spirit get pulled into the ether stream to take a look. It's usually not that hard. You should, by all accounts, you should have been able to do so, but there's something possibly interfering with with looking into the astral plane. You don't know if it might be some protections of the guys that the ritual did. You don't know if it's anything else, but you just can't. And honestly, that is a critical failure of your mental stat. So yeah, that 5d6 is suddenly a 46.
Ah! Ew. Can I try to move somewhere quieter to try again?
I mean, that will be leaving the area of your assigned job.
Damn. Can I try again with 46?
You can, but it's gonna be harder because you just had a real big hit on your focus, and it's hard enough already.
Yeah. Got to do it, so.
No.
No.
It's not a critical.
And you're now down to...
No, it's not a critical failure, but after this one, like, you just can't.
I just can't.
You were close, you were a lot closer, but
It's a turn off. Nah, I can't do it.
you can't.
I couldn't get astral hard. I can't. I'm sorry.
Whatever is blocking this is really doing a good job at it.
It's really doing a good job.
Yeah. At least you're still at 46. Look at the bright side. The night keeps going on, and John,
Yes.
I need you to give me one little awareness check.
Cool. Watch this one go to shit.
Hey.
Bless you.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Oh god.
That's a 7. At least there's
We're
no
bad.
critical failures there. At least there's
Hey,
no
shut.
ones. But
Hey, shush.
So, you don't really notice it, and Ozara, not Ozara, Nano, give me an awareness check as well.
Oh, the awareness check, oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'm not
please roll
knocked
better
out
than I
yet?
did.
I'm not knocked out yet?
Oh, you are knocked out. This is in VR.
Oh, I have a VR awareness check, that's interesting. So it's a D10 first, right?
Yeah, D10 and awareness.
1d8 plus 4, I think. Coordination. Yes. 14. Double!
Let's see. Magpie, you can see that the humanists are starting to steer something, perhaps? They're pushing a bit further from the stage, they're getting a bit louder. Nano,
Yes.
you can trace a new message from Rockstar saying to make some noise, but don't exaggerate.
I want to focus a bit more on Rockstar's communication, see what he has incoming.
There's those, aside from the other people from Human First, there doesn't seem to be a lot of incomings. There's a couple of them questioning this, like going, there's not much MCMP, and that we can take the ARC people. We could just bash this fucking thing down. And it goes, no, too many cameras. We already have a bad reputation. Let's not make it public.
I want to make note of the people sending back that they're questioning their non-violent quota.
Okay, you can.
And I don't want to read any of their info. I don't give a damn about who they are. I just want to send their information with the message that they prodded for violence straight to the MCP contact we got.
Oh, to Blair Goodman.
Yes.
Are you trying to call him? Are you trying to just send him a message?
I'm just sending him an information dump.
Okay. You send him an information dump that goes, well, thanks for the heads up, we're gonna keep an eye on those people, but at the same time, we're not doing anything illegal right now.
Simply following through with your request to share any possible threats we came across.
Oh, it's absolutely appreciated. I'll keep people looking at it. As he says that, Magpie, you can see that one of the MCMP goes down here and basically start keeping the situation under control as we do this little push.
Are they doing it at a certain direction? Push.
They are trying to push towards the stage. Like, you can see a couple of these guys shouting at some gate crushers, basically going, fuck magic, what the hell are you doing with our city? Just take this shit away from us. We're gonna bash the damn thing.
I'm just gonna tell to the say to the others and the muse, like, for some reason I have a feeling this is just a distraction.
I feel like it too. Any suggestion what I look into? Jerry? What would I find in the data vault?
Well, what would you find in the data vault? It's a vault with data.
Yeah, no, I have great question skills.
What kind of data?
My live audience is laughing. Would I find like schematics for what they're doing with the circle, floor plan?
Data vaults usually are places where municipality officers or sometimes other people who has access to it might put some valuable data to pick up later data for someone else to pick up. Basically, it's a drop zone. If people need to work on this, they can access the data vault and they can see what needs to be done, what are the projects. But it's always a bit of a gamble because you never know if someone else got an access to this data vault and dropped some other information that has nothing to do with it.
I want to go have a look at the data. I'm gonna keep my program running.
Okay.
So if any other danger messages pop up, I will be notified.
Okay.
But I'm gonna shift my main focus to the data vault now.
Alright. I'm gonna tell you something. Considering you're moving away, you will need to pass a hacking roll to leave a planted device. Basically.
Well, if only I had an ability that allowed me to make a back door into stuff.
I know, right? But that's to avoid geolocking. You're not trying to avoid the geolock. You're trying to keep your program running as you're doing something else. Basically, it works like this. Some terminals have a geolocking definition, which means you need to be in the proximity of an item to do that. What you can do with that talent is get close to one of his units, drop a proxy, and then you can access that point from a safe location, bypassing the geolock.
Okay. So if I were to do a wear sling, would that be leaving the program there?
To do that, you will need to be in real space, so where slinging is...
Oh, wear sling is an actual physical thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where slinging is your combat maneuvers in real space. Basically, when you're in combat, you can buff people, you can debuff people.
Okay, yeah. No. So, do I need to roll anything to leave my program there running as efficiently as possible?
Yes,
Is that a hacking or a coding?
a hacking. You're planting something that you want unseen in the system.
I want unseen. Does that mean I'm rolling stealth?
Well, I will say if you can justify rolling the seed, I will let you roll the seed.
I just want it to appear like this is a program from the Corp that just monitors communications to assess risks.
Easy enough. Okay.
So 2d10 plus... This is not a backdoor, so it's just my plus 7.
Yes. Well, it's just your plus 7. Oh.
Only a +7.
Only a plus 7.
It's
And
just a +7.
as I said, this system is really unsafe. You just managed to plant it. It's good.
Okay, so this was a door, you said?
Mm-hmm.
To the data vault?
To the data storage, that's another thing.
Oh,
Data vault is here. Data storage is here.
oh, okay. Then we want to go to the vault then. Oh, somehow
Well-
I ended up in data storage. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you something, since hacking is a bit new
Yes, it is.
to you people. Do remember that security comes in different forms. And not always things are as they seem. Do with that what you will.
So, are you saying that I should be on the lookout for booby traps, essentially?
Might be. Or labels as well. And this is me being a nice person, considering it's our first campaign and it's the first time going through hacking.
Okay, can I roll some sort of perception, investigation, coding, whatever? Roll to figure out if the layout I'm seeing is accurate with the layout of how the data flows?
You can roll an analysis.
Basically, I'm looking for secret cyber doors and traps.
Yeah.
That plus 2. Okay. $13.
You, considering that at least for your character it's not the first rodeo, you know that
No.
sometimes, especially very unsafe networks, leave some labels to lure people in. And what better label to lure someone than a data vault? You manage to analyze the doors leading there, and you realize that going through that door would have alerted the whole system. The system is unsafe, but it has success rate because someone goes through that door.
Okay. So I am putting a big no-no on that door for myself.
And remember, this is the first and last time that I will give this sort of hint.
Thank you.
Great, because we got it recorded.
So with my 13, that basically only covered the data vault door, right?
Well, yes, but you know that in this sort of securities, you don't really... You just need to worry about that one big thing.
Okay. I want to just, for my own sanity, want to have a quick check in the light controls.
Okay. It's another door. You will need to unlock it.
Okay. $16.
Easy enough. You enter the lighting control room, and it's pretty much what it says on the label. You can see that there's a bit of a 3D holographic map of a plaza, and you can see a central electricity node that spans through the various light points around the area and gives a bit of feedback on their status. You can see that there's sorry, that's the wrong map. You can see one of the light points that are near one of the statues here.
I'm still...
Yes, I fixed it. A light point near one of the statues here gives a bit of a spiked energy reading. You can see that there's one of the lights in the little river surrounding the plaza that is not working correctly.
In the where?
In the lake, you see this little river that goes around the plaza?
Yeah.
Around here there are little lights under the water that just give it this nice little view. And one of them is not working correctly.
Okay, I'm gonna give the fault in lightning in the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna send that information to John to check out if anything funky is happening at those locations. And then I want... I want to go to data storage to see if I can get... Essentially, I want to try and get schematics of the circle and get them to Panda to see if they can spot anything wrong with the circle.
Okay.
So I know they're helping in that area.
We are going to go back to that, and in the meantime, we're going to go back to the team. John.
Yes.
You received a message from Nano, giving you a couple of hints about lights not working properly to go check out.
Good evening, I hope you're enjoying tonight's festivities. I seem to have a few faulty light fixtures and I just want to confirm nobody's tapping into our energy sources.
Okay, did I already get the ping on my map, or has she not sent it yet?
I have.
Alright, I'll check them out. Do you know anything specific I should look for? Or is...
Not at the moment. Just
Okay.
make sure they look like they're supposed to look.
Okay. And he is going to... I think the first one that got popped up, I believe, was the statue, so he's going to check the statue first and, just see if it's, a loose bulb or, blown bulb or something like that, because it could be...
When you go to the statue, you can see that one of the light bulbs is burning a bit brighter, but seems just to be normal, flickering from time to time, so sending some spikes.
So just it wasn't like wired correctly or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, and then I believe the other one. How many? There were 2, right?
Yes.
And the other one was in the water. He's gonna go check that one.
Okay. You can move your token.
I don't know where my token is.
You
Me
have it
neither.
here.
Okay. Alright, so this one's my token.
Yeah. No, that's Jeanine. Sorry. That's you. Hello.
No.
Hello.
I have no control over it.
Out. Why not? Good
I
God. Okay. Sorry.
Is it on the wrong layer?
Yeah. No, I just screwed up the permissions. Give me a second.
Oh wow. I finally found mine. I'm
There we
sick.
go.
Hmm.
Yeah, I thought this one was magpies because I didn't see anything underneath it. Alright. Yay. As I move and walk backwards, hold on. Let me turn my guy around. It's really hard to see this when I'm zoomed out so much. Alright. Right. Okay, so we're on this area?
Yes, there. You can see there's a bit
Can
of
I-
water.
Alright. Is anyone looking over my way?
Give me a stealth roll.
That's one of my talents.
I know.
So I said he's good at blending in with the crowd. He's just kind of learned how to. Where did I put my stuff? Alright. So, social... I can't remember where it's under.
It's under
Alright, so
practical.
coordination. Oh, great. These roll high. Kind of.
Well, there's a lot of
Kind of.
chaos in the area. You are
All right.
Good
The question
enough
is:
to
anyone
test.
gonna blink? Is anyone gonna blink an eye at the fishman getting to water?
not really. You are a fishman after all, and it's what people expect you to do. And hopefully, considering your appearance, someone may be even hoping you do that.
So what I'm gonna do is, so I never explained what he's wearing, but he wears a long coat and like a few like outerwear stuff like gloves and like a hat, and he's gonna take all that off and fold it neatly beside the water, and then he's going to climb into the water.
Okay. You easily get into the water. It's a bit cold. Like, it's really cold. It is the end of a
It's
year.
winter.
It's winter and it's snowing after all. You can feel some ice just kind of forming on the surface, but not really that thick. And you sink into the water as the sounds deafen, and there's this sense of weightlessness as you move around this.
I can breathe underwater, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can. You're amphibious,
All right.
right?
So yes. So he's going to take the equivalent of a deep sigh, the fish equivalent of a deep sigh. Because
Aw.
it's quieter, it's probably darker, he's in his element now. Quite literally.
Yes. You can see that one of the light fixtures is blinking a bit.
Is it blinking in a pattern?
No, it's just. It's like the contacts aren't really all there, and you can see the fixture has been moved a bit.
Moved how?
You know, the fixtures usually are flat on the ground, right?
Uh-huh.
This one seems to have been lifted up a bit.
Right. Would I get electrocuted if I lifted it up a little bit?
No, it's isolated.
but-
As long as you don't mess with the cables, you should be able to do that
Alright.
easily.
So I would like to lift it up enough to where I can feel under it and see if there's any, like, if someone stuck something underneath it.
I will need you to give me an evasion coordination, please.
Oh god. Oh god. Evasion coordination.
Anything.
Good to
Yes.
know.
Right.
Evasion. Alright, it's 2. It's a 2. It's the same roll I just made. Does a 10 do it?
Not really. I'm sorry. You move your hand underneath the light fixture. You feel with your fingers. You don't really care much about breathing, but as I said, it's a light fixture. It's blinking. As long as you don't mess with the cables,
I
nothing
wasn't
happens.
moving towards the cables.
Well, the cables are clearly underneath the light fixture. You're feeling underneath them. It's not too bad. You take, give me just a second. You take 2 points of electricity damage. You're gonna be a bit dazed for a minute or two. But, Nano, as you watch this from your monitoring of lighting fixtures, you can see this little spike of voltage on one of a light fixture before it comes back to normal. But what you can find, you can feel a little bag of something that is being left there.
I
You
can?
feel- Who of us can feel it?
Yeah. Naughty Mouse can.
There was a bag. Alright, how big is the bag?
It's really small, like, from the looks of it, it could be a cred stick, it could be a data drive.
He's going to take it and slip it into his pocket.
Okay.
He's going to replace the light fixture against the wall to where it looks like it's how it's supposed to.
Uh-huh.
And then he's going to come back out. He's going to emerge from the water.
As you do, you get out of the water, you feel this wave of cold across your skin as the icy wind just rushes across your wet body. But
And that's why I took the coat off.
yeah,
Hot.
And so he's going to try and he's going to go as far away from people as he can, try and shake the water off of him, and then put the coat back on.
okay. Magpie, what are you up to?
Yes. I am keeping an eye on the Humanist.
Uh-huh.
Just make sure that nothing serious breaks out. Like, have the mini-pad just patrolling around like the ritual area.
One of them comes to you,
Oh.
goes, fuck you looking at? Huh?
The
You
fuck you
arse-cum.
looking at?
What? How can you even fucking defend this? Can you see what they're doing? Are you really trying to betray your own kind? They're using this shit all over us. It's everywhere now.
I mean, it's not like you're wrong, but why do you have a problem with that? It doesn't cause you any trouble.
It doesn't? We don't even know what the fuck it does. It's magic. It can do anything. It's a danger to society. Just like these fucking people out here that just walk around. They can't even... You have an implant. They can't even implant.
Look, man, I'm just doing my job.
That's what I'm saying. How can you do this? How can you side with them? Job or not? What are your principles?
Is he implanted?
Yes.
Look, we can talk about this after this whole thing is over. And yeah,
You should help us. Like, I can feel there's a connection. Why don't you join us?
I mean, don't you think? Don't you think? Do you actually think that I enjoy working with these people?
I mean, you are doing it.
I am doing it, but didn't your leader tell you that they have someone in the inside?
They do?
And she just gives him a wink.
No, but Jonathan will never do that.
Whatever you say, man.
I need you to. Are you bullshitting this guy?
Yes, of course I am.
Then please give me a bluff.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't so bad for you to roll high. Please.
I am trying. Bluff, bluff, bluff. I actually have 3 in bluff.
13.
He is looking at you going, oh shit. Oh, listen. You are all scum, and I know you are all scum, and you can see that he's trying his best to keep your cover. It's like going, yeah, of course you will help him, you fucking traitor.
Yeah, Magpie will motion like she's gonna slap him with her cybernetic arm and just like go away. Shoot.
No, this isn't over, you know, and it gives you a bit of a wink, like a really clumsy one at that, like really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you later.
So I take it the guy's not very bright.
Yeah.
And he goes back to his boat, like he goes harassing someone else, just being a bit of a nuisance. The night keeps going, and it's getting closer and closer to midnight. And is anyone keeping their eyes on Bisk or McCleary?
Am I still inside of the ritual area?
Yeah, you still are. You're almost done.
When I get out, I'll try.
Oh no! Wait, you were away. Did you go back after that, or did you just stay there? You were at near Nano. Sorry. You were trying to get to the astral plane and didn't happen.
I mean, I guess I could just like watch them from now on because I still have to watch over the rest of the place.
Okay, Magpie, after this little encounter, if Panda is not back, the same guy will come back to you and go, your friend went back for peace break. Can you help us here?
Yeah, sure thing. So Magpie's gonna go in and help them. She's gonna leave the mini path. She's gonna leave Hornet outside though.
Yeah. You can leave drone outside and just go in.
Do I still have some sort of sense of what's happening around the drone since it's shared drive?
Oh yeah. It's share control. You can do some simple tasks and just keep an eye on the mini path's point of view.
Okay, good.
You're doing pretty much the same thing. You're helping line up rooms, and yeah, it's a pretty standard issue, helping people sort of stuff.
Okay.
After a while, the guy just going to look over your work and go, well, yeah, that will do. Thank you. You're being real great. Didn't want to keep you out for long from the post.
Okay. She's gonna stand on the other side of the crowd, more towards the performance stage, while the minute path is around the market area and the humanist bit.
Panda.
Yes.
You can see that Annabelle McCleary is looking a bit nervous. Like she is. She's clearly a bit agitated, probably nervous about the whole event. And Bisk is there trying to talk to her and trying to calm her down.
Can I approach them and just see what's going on?
As you approach, Jeanine will look at you and go, please, we're handling everything, it's fine. Just make sure nothing happens, right?
Jeanine,
Yes? You say?
why does it look like both of you are this close to having a panic attack? If you're handling it.
It's a lot of stress. I told you, this is the first
Tell me
big
about
magic. It's the first big magic event in the whole city. We want it to go well, and Annabelle, I know you're worried, but it's gonna be fine, okay? And Annabelle looks at her and goes, yes, of course it's gonna be fine. We did everything right? And you can. Annabelle looks at you. She has this real calming presence to her exterior, but she's a politician. You know that this is all probably a show for the people. She looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry for being a bother. It's been a real rough couple of weeks to prepare everything, and we had to get you guys here to help with these manifestors and."
Oh, it's no bother at all. I'm very happy to be accepting this job because we're doing a lot of good things tonight.
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure it's gonna be a great event for everyone. Thank you again, and
Of course.
you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Miss McCleary, I have a question. How much do you need to focus tonight?
To what?
How much do you need to focus tonight?
At the end of the day, this is all just your usual bell and whistles. I'm used to it. It's just the scope of the event that is scaring me, but I'm in control at the moment. In fact, Jeanine is doing a great job. Actually,
All right.
Jeanine, listen. I know it's been very hard for you. She turns to Jeanine and goes, I know it's been very hard for you being away from your loved ones and standing by my side all this time, but you can just go home, please. I can handle it. It's gonna be fine. You can see Jeanine kinda looking concerned, like she looks scared. Because basically I did everything right. Like did I make some mistakes? Did anything happen? I listen. I'm doing the best. I'm not.
I put my hand on her shoulder. Hey, she's not saying you did anything wrong. She's telling you to rest.
I know, but I mean, a woman in my position, it's real difficult.
She
And when
needs you. She's your boss. She needs you. As her employee, as her compatriot. As the person who's got her back. Take a rest. Go home, enjoy the event. Rest. Let us handle it.
Jeanine is going to look back and forth between you and Annabelle, and she has this kind of manic look, and you can see Annabelle taking a bit of a more stern approach to it, and going, "Listen, everything is fine, Jeanine. You've done an amazing job, and you are a valued member of my staff. I will never think of doing anything that will put your job in danger. Just go home and enjoy the new year. I've been working you for the ringer for this whole couple weeks. You deserve rest. Go home and celebrate properly like a normal person, okay? We're gonna see each other on next day when we are at work together, okay?" Jeanine kind of looks at you both and goes, "Yeah, I've really been really stressed lately. Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make a mess. I didn't want to, be make a scene, but I'm just going to go now. Okay? You two have
Have a good New Year.
lovely evening and Happy New Year and everything, and I'm out. Good night.
Good night.
And with that, Jeanine Bisk is out of the picture.
I don't like how you said that.
That is suspicious to me.
Yeah.
I don't like how
That
you
reads
said
very. That reads like a "don't come into school tomorrow" kind of text, kind of situation.
Can I do a sense motive to see if they actually are going home?
You can, if you want.
Please don't kill the good girl. Not like that. Not like that. God, this guy-
Not sure who to be more suspicious of, Annabelle or Jeanine.
Wait,
She
I rolled
is
that
going
wrong.
on. Oh, okay.
I rolled that completely wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
It happens.
Like, I got so excited, and then I was just, no.
She's still going on.
Okay, good. Good. Go straight home. Do not stop
Why
for
does she
anyone.
want her to go home?
Exactly.
Why is she being
I'm
sent
pretty
home?
sure Miss McCleary is prepared to die.
Check the boss
Sorry.
lady! Check the boss lady!
I'm gonna check the boss lady.
Check for boss lady. What are you checking for?
I'm gonna ask McCleary. I'm gonna ask her a question. Miss McCleary, that was
Yes.
a great thing you just did there. That poor girl has been overworked severely. Just yesterday, we had to do magic to get her to calm down. What are you feeling right now?
Just some tension. It's, as I said, it's normal. We are doing this first event, and I hope that everything goes well. But you know, with these people here, I'm a bit worried. Of course, magic is a really difficult thing. Anything can disrupt it, and I don't want anything to happen.
That it is.
Do you practice?
I do. Yes,
Oh.
I was the one that used magic to calm Jeanine down yesterday.
Oh, thank you. She's a lovely girl, and
She really needed it.
she did, and I hope she enjoys the new year and actually gets some rest.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything
also
to her,
heard-
but I've seen her feathers fall off. Yeah,
Poor girl.
yeah, I
I've also
know.
been back in the ritual area helping your occultist.
Uh,
Yeah.
if you need to, yeah, sure.
Oh no, I've already been doing that.
Oh, that's great. Everything was alright. You're probably more of an expert on it than me, but
I just came to say, don't get hurt. And Jerry, do you remember that awareness thing you were telling me about earlier?
the Eat of Sense.
Yeah. Could I do a sort of spell to give her awareness?
Oh, you want to give her aware? Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be 4 points to give her 2 points of awareness more.
I'm fine with that because she actually needs to be safe. Like, we can do things. I
Okay.
don't know what she can do. So give her awareness so that if anything pops off, she can get out.
Alright, sure.
Maud, I
Yeah.
just want to point one thing out before you do that.
Yeah?
What if she is the bad guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone, I think, out of the 4 of us playing, I think at least three of us have agreed, something is sus with her.
You know what? Won't do it yet.
Okay.
Can you do a sense motive on her? Why did she send her assistant home?
Let me do a sense motive on her. Yeah, that's more.
If you want to do that.
She sent her assistant home right before the big event she spent weeks planning on.
No! Well, from what you can tell,
She's a wonderful individual.
From what you can tell, she isn't even that hard to read. She really is sincerely worried for Jeanine's health.
Well, all right. Miss McCleary, I think for now your people have everything settled. I'm going to stay here by you and put you on basically my protective detail.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna need it. I'm probably gonna be needed at the stage in a bit to announce the firing up of a ritual. Will you come with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you.
Alright, so Jerry, how long till we have the ritual?
It's now about 11:20, 11:30. And you can see people starting to get excited, like bottles are starting to come out. There's a lot more chaos.
Alright, so with that being said, I'd like to, with the focus getting more on the center of it, I'd like to go back to the statue and check the light again to see if there's another data stick.
Okay.
I'm gonna muse over to the crew. McCleary sent Bisk home. I don't know exactly what's going on in her head. She seems trustworthy, but I'll be heading over to the stage with her soon.
Okay, and then John's gonna send one. Found a data stick in the water, checking another one. Does anyone have a safe way of reading them?
Cheerio, would I have a safe way of accessing data sticks?
Not here. Yeah, if you have a data stick, you need to basically hook it into something to read it out.
Just plug it in my ass, I'll be fine.
Synthetic butt plugs. Ooh.
Oh, we have such a big data stream.
Knowing the world this is set in it, that does not seem very far out.
That's true.
Leon, we said we were going to make more cards for the Cerulean Springs Cards Against Humanity pack. That's going in.
Yeah, it is. I am so glad I put the stream as not viable for minors at the moment.
Actually, are you still keeping the quotes wall going?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
It still is.
I have not been the one maintaining it.
Where is everyone's focus at the moment?
McCleary.
The statue. With
Uh,
the light fixture.
Hornet is on the crowd in the marketplace, and Magpie is between the performance stage and the ritual area.
Okay.
I want to check McQuarrie's data communication thingy.
Okay. You can see that McCleary's music is not lighting up at all.
Why is it not lighting up?
I'm gonna relay this as highly suspicious information to my party.
Oh yeah.
Why would you turn it off?
And I'm gonna try and prod deeper? Prod harder? What's the right phrasing?
Prod harder on what exactly?
I wanna know why she's quiet. What kind of bubble is she hiding behind? Because there's not a single muse ever that is quiet.
Well, I say quiet.
Especially not during this big of event.
I say quiet. I'm just saying there are not a lot of there are not outbound messages. Just your usual inbound things that don't really raise a lot of suspicion. Some questions on how she is, some good event wishes from some friends. That's what I mean by quiet. Like nothing,
Okay.
nothing that comes out as particularly suspicious. And what can be suspicious is that there are no outbounds at the moment. She's not responding.
Is she not supposed to be communicating with her staff? Is she not supposed to be, like, giving feedback to people doing things, answering questions that are coming in?
Not at the moment.
I feel like that is something you should be doing at this moment as a leading personality.
Yeah.
As someone who is, my mother used to be an event coordinator. You talk to people constantly. You fight for a second to yourself. She should be talking with people. That is not right to me.
Yeah, no, I want more info, Jerry. I want to get in there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do this info?
Can we see her in the crowd?
McCleary? Yes, of
He's
course.
right next to Panda.
She's here.
Yeah, like I'm right beside her. I'm talking to her. So if you'll find something, just shoot me a message.
To everyone's surprise, it's not the humanists that are the most suspicious in this party in this event.
Speaking of a humanist, is anyone keeping eyes on that?
The mini-pet Hornet is.
Okay, give me an awareness roll on -2, please. Because you are on shared control.
Plus 12 plus 1. Good enough?
Yeah, you can see from the mini-pot, you can see that Rockster is going up on the stage.
And the humanist stage, not the performance.
Yeah, on the human
Yeah.
stage. And you can see him talking with McCleary, and not McCleary, Alton Misery.
Mhm.
It's a bit unclear, but you have a decent vantage point. You can see that there's a bit of a heated discussion between them.
Mhm.
You can see Rockster looks very determined, and Misery seems to be a bit reluctant. But after a bit, you can all hear the speakers of Humanist stage fire up again and go, and you can hear Misery going, "We can't stand the sight of this thing being fired up in the middle of a city. We will not expose ourselves to such a travesty, and we are not going to even put our eyes on such filth. We refuse to be part of this event, and we refuse to lend our support even just as a presence to such a horrible act. If anyone has any sense, they should follow our lead and just leave. Thank you all for all of you who listens. We are not going to stand for this." And
Magpie's gonna fire up the muse and the chat. Guys, I think there's a big problem. I just seen Rockster talk to Misery, and she seemed less than happy to do what she was gonna do. And now they are leaving the square. Something's definitely up.
And with that, the humanist group, Nano, you can see that some of the humanists are a bit confused by this, but Rockster is adamant, going to say, "No, we're out, we're not standing for this shit, we're out. We're not going to mar a celebration with this bullshit."
So how quickly will it take for me to check behind the light fixture on the statue?
It's not going to take you long at all. It's just a light fixture that has been a bit mounted wrong.
Alright. I want to check behind it again. This time I have gloves on, so I shouldn't be getting electrocuted.
Yeah, There's nothing.
Nothing behind there?
Nope.
Okay, alright, then I'm gonna try and mount it right, I guess?
And you're gonna do what?
I guess, like, try and put it back the right way, and then as I'm doing this, I'm going to send a message to, I think it was Blair Goodman. I'm going to send, I found something, I think we might need to check it out real quick. I found something in a light fixture. I don't think it spells good news.
Is going to go, give me your position, I'm going to be right there.
It's gonna, like, yeah, like, you can share locations with like, cell phones. It's gonna do that. It's just like, I'm over here.
Okay, in the meantime, the humanists are just leaving the area. And, Blair Goodman...
Terry.
Yes?
What do I need to get deeper into her system?
You will need a lot more. You're talking about hacking a whole muse. That's hard to do. If you can get access to her communication hub, you will be able to. But her communication hub is not here.
Guys, what do you reckon?
I think we need to stay here right now.
Stay here, but stay on the outskirts.
Yeah. Since I'm still by McCleary, if you have something you want to ask her specifically, I'll try my best with my bad charisma set to dig out answers.
You think yours is bad? Mine's a D6.
You think mine isn't?
I don't know what to focus on anymore.
Jeriel, how
Yeah?
much of the remaining audience is not Gate Crashers?
There's a pretty even mix between Gate Crushers and non-Gate Crushers.
Okay.
Usually, Jeriel, what you find in data storage?
Oh, you are going to the data storage, right?
What would you usually? What can I expect to find there?
Just public plans, just things that are not particularly sensitive in terms of importance.
Is there any particular reason this map is so much bigger than what I'm seeing?
You don't know yet.
I'm gonna check out data storage.
Okay. Usual hacking roll. Remember the +2 to unlock. Jesus.
Whoa.
One momentum. Have it.
Yeah! I think I earned 3 momentum for the party in 2 sessions.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
right
up
now we have
to
like 6.
7 now?
I think you're at 7, yes.
Yeah.
Is somebody somewhere keeping track of the momentum?
I really hope so.
I don't know how.
I'll take track of momentum.
Is there a way where we could keep it in roll 20?
Yeah, we have. I think we had like a notes bit. Can you give us a notes thing? And journal?
I absolutely can. And handout. Players' journals, all players, created by all players.
There we go.
So we have 7 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna add there what you can do with momentum next time. And with that you can see that the data that there's something off with this room. Not the trap, but with that roll, I'm gonna tell you that there's something hidden.
It feels like it's cut short, like You know how they sometimes put like mirrors in buildings to make them seem bigger? Feels like they did the reverse here somehow. So I want to start looking for
Analysis, please.
I want to start looking for the curtains behind which the rest of the room is.
Yeah, give me an analysis.
Essentially. Analysis 2d10 plus 2.
You want to find the wizard?
No, just this library.
That's fair.
It's real difficult and it's gonna take you some time. This means that if you keep looking, you're gonna be after midnight looking for it. If you don't, you can pick it up later. I'm gonna give you this choice.
Sending out a general update to all party members. I've entered data storage and something seems off about the coding. It's gonna take me a while to frail out. Do you want me to investigate or am I needed elsewhere? This is gonna take me a moment.
I don't think you're needed at the moment, but it could be subject to change.
Yes, like at the moment we don't need any support, but yeah.
I fear it might get me take me past midnight to sort this out. No objections?
I think we might need you before then, but
Yeah, we probably will need you, but what would be the cost of pulling Manu out suddenly?
Well, either being forced out of a system or doing a quick force out, a quick logout is gonna give a 1d12 damage. Non-lethal.
Okay, so. Yeah, still not.
And if I decide to wake up on my own? How many rounds does it take me to wake up without taking damage?
It will take you a full round to do that.
You can wait a full round on me.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Okay, I'm gonna start digging. I'm gonna do like... Can we make this like a 5-minute interval thingy?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so what's the time at the moment, roughly?
It's
still midnight?
It's 11:50. It's gonna be real close.
11:50.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so do I roll again for my first 5 minutes?
Roll again.
14. I'm getting better.
Getting better, but still gonna take a bit.
Okay. Do I roll once more and then I'm just out until midnight?
Yes.
Okay. 15! Steadily getting better!
Yeah, but so close yet so far. You know it's there. You know it's somewhere. It's so close, but it's just...
Just as a reference for the next time I start trying. Yeah. Can I give myself some sort of bonus or advantage to this? With something?
Well, you're spending time. I will say that this was to see if you...
I'm going corner by corner. So far, every corner I checked was not it. Okay, I'm out for 10 minutes, guys.
And, well, with that, we start going down with a countdown. Midnight is getting closer and closer.
How quickly were we able to read the data stick?
Not quick enough.
No.
Goodman comes to you as people start cheering in the snow for midnight to come closer and closer. There are people shouting, there's AR overlays just flaring up with already some people throwing some fireworks, some AR or even physical fireworks.
Magpie is gonna go a bit further away from the middle, from the ritual area.
Okay.
I already moved her and Hornet.
Are you taking a look at the ritual area?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Once she gets where she's standing right now, she'll look back at the ritual area.
Okay. Annabelle McCleary is moving to a stage. You can see that Donna Neiman is following her. And if anyone is following the news stream, you can see that there are some canned interviews of McCleary about the event, as in they were recorded earlier. And with that, the music stops. And it's 57, 58. McCleary is gonna start a speech. Dear people of Cerulean Springs, it's been a grueling bunch of years, hasn't it? We've been through a lot, and all of this caused by a lot of strife between the people, distrust, tension, violence. I want to put an end to this. I want to try and make this city better, happier. I want to make you feel safe and comfortable, at least in this small part of the city. To start with, the circle will hopefully help us find the unity we are lacking so much in today's society. I want to thank the technicians and the people that made this possible, and hopefully they will see it was worth all the time and effort put into it. But, without further delay, since I know time is of the essence, let's fire it up, shall we? I will need you all to roll me an awareness check, please.
Oh,
Boy.
well, shit.
In cyberspace?
No, you don't.
Okay. Just in case something flares up, who knows?
Oh,
Ooh.
Please roll high. Please roll high. Please roll high.
Hi.
No!
wow.
9! I'm the only one who didn't.
I stole your wishes.
Magpie,
Yes.
and Maud as well, since you're so close to her. McCleary is not speaking. The speech is in playback.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Midnight
shit.
strikes. Cheers
McCleary,
echo
what
through
the
the
hell is going
street.
on?
Fireworks go off. Colorful, festive AR animations dance with the music as bottles and glasses appear.
The speech is on playback, guys. The speech is on playback.
And-
That's for the muse.
People give
McCleary,
in to
what
the
the hell is going
revelries.
on?
Oh, we'll get to that. Wishing each other a happy 2070. By now, you are all looking at the ritual circle and you see that there are 3 technicians. Looking around a moment, but then, as the event has to go on, they take place. Put their hands on the ground and fire the circle up. The matrix lights up, the relays burning bright with power. Initially it's gorgeous. Multicolored beads of faint, shimmering light, almost like snowflakes suspended in time and bathed in rainbow, move slowly around the circle, drawing the awe of the bystanders. But suddenly, one of the technicians starts screaming.
Can I use astral presence to figure out what the fuck is going on?
It's gonna be clear in a moment. Don't worry.
Fuck.
everything seems to go wrong.
You've unraveled.
His cries of pain are deafened by the crowd as his body is consumed by a shimmering mass, blood pooling underneath him, and shortly after, the other two suffer the same fate as a static electricity fills the area, the shimmering mass shifting and hovering in a massive, ethereal cloud that starts to crystallize. A pair of emotionless, curious white eyes can be seen as the shards, almost mother-pearly in looks, colorful and eerie, start forming the shape of a massive beast. McCleary seems in shock. She mutters something about this being wrong and she attempts to flee.
I yanked her ass.
We're gonna get to that. The snow covering the plaza starts shimmering with the same light, and more screams can be heard as about 10 more people seems to be connected to this beast. Blood coming out as their skin is broken by these sharp crystal shards growing on their bodies and contorting their spine. A moment of tense silence before one of these people, wailing in an ethereal, blissfully serene cry, mouth glowing, starts slashing at the bystanders. With that, I'll need you to roll initiative, and we're gonna go on break.
How do we roll initiative again?
Yeah, how do you roll initiative?
1d10, 1d coordination plus 1d strength.
Coordination strength. Got it.
Dude.
You need the D10 as well, right?
No, you don't need a d10, just
Okay.
coordination and strength.
McCleary, what did you do? What the fuck?
All hail
Nine.
Cthulhu!
Oh, hail Spike Cthulhu.
So,
I'm stuck in cyberspace for a moment, guys.
yeah, you're still in cyberspace. Still roll initiative, but you're gonna take...
No, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, well, that's great.
Oh, yay.
So, Maul is 12. We have Naughtymouse. Turn. 9. Magpie is 11. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Shit, I can't find you! Help! All the tension, everything was working perfectly. At least for me. Oh, there you are. Magpie is going to roll the 11. And Nano, to finish, rolled a 6. With that, we are going on pause. We're going on break now.
We're going early.
Oh, no, it's
I'm
9.
afraid.
We've already been at it for 2 hours. What do you mean early?
Yeah, we're perfectly on time for break.
Yeah,
Oh, and we have been going late. Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's
And
break this time.
we'll see you in half an hour and have some lovely, lovely combat. Oh, by the way, new map.
Ooh.
That's terrifying.
Oh no.
New map, who this?
Oh god, I see
New
blood
map, who
splatters.
this? That's a lot of bodies.
Ooh.
That is a lot of bodies.
It truly is.
That is a big. Woo, that's a big boy. That's a real big boy.
Yes.
That's a real big boy.
Do we have any airlock doors we can guillotine him with?
Any what?
Any airlock doors?
I didn't catch that.
Airlock.
Do we have any
Airlock
airlock
doors.
doors?
No, there's no airlock doors. I'm sorry. I know it will be
Our
nice.
signature moves.
I know, but no. Well, see you later,
I
then.
hope McCleary won. I'm gonna yank this bitch. I'm gonna yank her. She's gonna get her weave pulled.
See you later, guys.
See you after
Bye,
break.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all prepared to see this?